Hey guys, I'm David, just giving you guys a Monday update from here at Ocean City, NJ for the evangelism trip that we are on. It's been really awesome to see a lot of great conversations, a lot of people, both young and old, who are willing to hear the gospel. And you realize just how open people are, not only for the gospel, but even for prayer, to receive things. We think a lot of times that people are very adversarial to it, and that is very much the case in many ways. People like living in sin, and there's a lot of conviction from calling people out on that. But at the same time, there's so much joy in hearing the good news of Christ. And so you realize just how many people are open to that. A group of us went to Atlantic City, and we were there. It was a very different environment, obviously, heavy gambling, a lot of homeless people, very different and diverse area of people gathered together. But through that, we were able to actually have some really great conversations, be able to really reach people with the gospel. And in fact, I had one conversation with a group of teenagers, and one of the girls, as I started mentioning like salvation and repentance and what all this means, she was very convicted. She was like, yeah, no, my destination is hell. She was just distraught, and you could see tears welling up in her face. And her friends were there looking at what she was saying, and were really convinced by it, and actually found that to be really challenging, because you are sacrificing a lot in this world when you give it over to Christ. And I think you could really see that in them. And I prayed for them, really wished them the best. But we had many conversations like that. A lot of people were convicted, I felt, as we were going out this evening. You know, you have many different groups, many different occasions. When you go out and evangelize, it almost seems like you almost have a theme for each evening. And that's what I really felt was for this one. There was just a lot of conviction and a lot of emotion into hearing the gospel. And that's what we hope and pray for. We really hope that God moves through people, and they don't just hear us. They don't hear the words we're saying, but ultimately they hear the gospel being preached, and they see what Christ did for them. If you guys can please continue to keep us in prayer, continue to keep the people that we are reaching in prayer and the whole ministry, because God is working, and God is working in so many faithful ways. He's reaching so many people far beyond what we'll even know or understand in this lifetime. And it's just so amazing to see. And I'm so excited for what God has in store for the rest of our time here in this week. So please, just love to hear your prayers and for praying for us. And I hope you all take care. God bless.